Hi, I'm Harry Asada at MIT. I'm the principal investigator of the TeachBot project. Workforce development is increasingly important as we deal with more complex machines such as manufacturing robots. Factory people may feel that those machines are too complex to deal with, but in fact they are useful machines to assist them. Here we introduce TeachBot workforce development systems that can engage a broad population of trainees. TeachBot is an instructor connected to an online learning system delivering all teaching materials. The TeachBot is also a demonstration machine that can demonstrate and visualize otherwise complex concepts. So we integrate instructions and demonstrations to create a new way of engaging trainees.
For simplicity, I'll call this one my shoulder, this one my elbow, and this one my wrist. And lastly, we'll call this one my torso.
If someone asked me to work with a robot, I suppose immediately I'd be worried about being replaced by a robot. But I think it would be helpful to have an extra pair of hands or robotic limbs or manipulators nearby to assist and increase productivity.
Now let's talk about a new concept. Feedback. I've projected some points onto the table. Push my arm so that my shadow is on point B. Great, thanks. Now I'm going to move to point B on my own. Oops, this time I overshot to a new point, C. Can you correct my position back to point B? Thank you. At any point, I know the position of my arm because of my encoder. Here is position A. Here is position B. And here is position C. I compare my encoder reading at my current position, C, against the destination encoder position, B. If C is smaller than B, I push left. If C is longer than B, I push right. Try gently pushing down on my armature. Can you notice the difference? Watch the screen as you push my armature. I've put up a little display showing how far you've pushed my arm and how much force I'm using. Before, my motors were turned off, but right now, I'm creating force with my motors to keep my arm in place. What am I using to know when my arm is moving?
There's less of a mystique now after having taken the TeachBot module in regards to robotics. I think I'd be more comfortable around them and using them.
So we've been working closely with many of the community colleges, some of the vocational schools, to see if it would be a fit at their facility. And also we've been talking to small and mid-sized manufacturers to see how they might be able to deploy it. So we just recently deployed a TeachBot system at the Ben Franklin Institute of Technology. This is a small inner-city college, two-year college degree that's targeted for students who may not have the opportunities of some of the larger schools and are really looking to go out in the workforce. And we deployed this right in their electronics lab, and it's going to be part of their curriculum. It's going to be a step that the students can take almost independently to get in, take the TeachBot course, learn about the robots, and start to learn about where it can be applied in their potential careers as they go forward. So I think one of the ways that TeachBot can really impact the broader economy is that it's going to bring the level of understanding of this technology up to the worker. These workers are going to get deployed in many of these manufacturing floors, and they're going to essentially pull that technology onto the floor. So rather than it being a push of technology by suppliers or vendors, it's going to be a pull by the workers because the workers are used to it. They've tried it. They've deployed it on a conveyor belt. They know how I can automate a conveyor belt. They'll look at their factory and go, why can't I automate that? And I think that's going to be the really exciting part. I think TeachBot is going to be one of the interesting elements that they can talk about when they go and talk to a manufacturer. And they can explain, hey, I understand this robotics automation, this new trend of collaborative robotics. And not only do I know how to use it, I know potential applications. And I can help you in your facility deploy this technology.